Cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90.
Shot my dog, I can't stop. Yeah, shot my dog until she drops. 2,000 volts straight in her top. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah. Got this remote on me like in my Glock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. She better know I don't know. She's getting off her place, she's getting strong. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours. She getting up, I can't allow her. She my Palestine, I got the power. I'm in my electric ivory tower. Why she act like such a baby? When I shock her, she go crazy. Making me look bad on the screen. I don't know why that stupid dog did up. She should know better not to call for help. She already know when my stream is. I do some shit that would get me banned. Don't you know how much money I spent? That dog costs more than your mama rent. I got the most expensive breed. You know that's the one I need. That stupid dog is so spoiled. Yeah, one more time she getting boiled. Moving with my dog to China. I'll lead her up goodbye to Kaya.
I'm sorry. I had to start the show with that. I'm sorry. Oh, it's the number song. Just stop laughing. I'm adding that to the Makini Live clip section. By the way, that is going into the Makini Live clip section because that is brilliant. Okay, that was absolutely diabolical, especially the whole she's my Palestine, I got the power. That's wrong. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to start the show off that way, okay? Oh my god, okay. Alright, let's begin. Good morning, CSF Nation. I am Makini 90, artist, German illustrator, and welcome you to the morning show so electrifying that even Kaya subscribed, okay? This is Makini in the morning, a thick Thursday special. because we have lot of stuff to go over, okay? We have a lot of stuff to go over this morning, and only a limited amount of time. So, here's what's gonna happen today. I got about like 12 articles going up. I have like 12 different articles up right now. Okay, scratch that. I have about like 12 different tabs up right now on, I have 12 different tabs up right now on my second screen, and they all have to do with Twitch, or something related to Twitch. We got about like 2-3 videos to go over too. There's more fallout from TwitchCon. We have more fallout from TwitchCon. We have more, not only do we have more fallout from TwitchCon, including Dan Clancy getting caught in 4K with a woman that is clearly like 4 times younger than he is. A woman that's clearly 4 times younger than he is. We got that. We have updates on the Emiru situation. And on top of that, the big one is, of course, this huge gifting drama that involves Ironmouse, which I am very, very interested to kind of go over. And I know Power's kind of foaming at the mouth for me to cover. It's just... Plus, not only that, we got some more Twitch drama as well. We got some more Twitch drama. And we got a couple of videos that we're going to react to. One from Rev Says Desu, one from Asmongold, and then one from WestJet. So, we got a lot to go over. So, a lot of updates today. So, anyway, you got 3 people watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys could do me a favor, I greatly appreciate it.
Good morning, CSF Nation. Just a friendly reminder, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle, and smack the subscribe button and make it jiggle. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Ciao!
That's right. Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle. Or else you'll have to go to TwitchCon 2026 with Dan Clancy, Hassan Piker, Destiny, and you have to wear a shock collar too. Yeah, you're absolutely cooked. You are so cooked right now. So, anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat, and then we got a lot to go over. What I'm going to be doing on screen is we're going to be continuing. I'm on the lighting process of my second Nurse Morgan drawing. Let me know what you guys think so far. I think it's the colors and everything are starting to come along nicely. And also, as a fresh reminder, tomorrow will be the Peak Gaming News Roundup, and we have a lot, and I repeat, a lot to go over. So, this is gonna be great. Absolutely great. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Power, good morning to you. Neo J, good morning to you. He's been playing Homura Hime. It's absolutely fun. Can't wait to get the official release. The demo is out. If you want to play this on Steam, I might try that on Saturday. We might try it on Saturday. I might try a New Games Expedition on Saturday. I was thinking about it. Neo J is absolutely loving what he woke up to this morning. That shock song is like sweeping the nation. I am adding that to the Makini live clips. I'm adding that to the Makini live clips, but I'm also adding this to the Makini live clips after last night because I was dying of laughter. I played this he made a super chat. I didn't check my super chat. I had Kyle play this on his stream last night. I burst out laughing. Okay, I'll stop. I'm adding that to that. Okay, I'm adding that. Okay, I am adding that. Anyway. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway.
You get that button right. You got that button right for it.
Okay. Okay, so we are officially caught up. Let's go into all of the drama that has surrounded TwitchCon in 2025. Jesus. It is not over. In fact, it is far from over. So the big news that was circulating this for the past 2 days in regards to TwitchCon is now this Ironmouse situation. This is coming from Dexerto.com. Ironmouse heartbroken after TwitchCon staff allegedly threw out gifts from VTuber fans. And I know Power's foaming at the mouth to cover this one. VTubers have been left heartbroken after finding out that Twitch staff thrashed all of the gifts that fans brought them to TwitchCon. TwitchCon's annual Twitch celebration, celebrating streamers and allowing streamers and fans to interact in person in San Diego. However, this year's event has been full of scary moments and drama, despite Twitch promising more security and armed law enforcement. Security concerns from streamers. Emiru was, of course, assaulted at a meet and greet as a man grabbed her by the face and tried to kiss her. Twitch claimed that the attacker was immediately detained, but the streamer disputed that. We have an update on that, by the way. VTubers like Ironmouse, who typically don't have much presence in real-life events, also held their own meet and greets. As ever, fans brought gifts to show them their appreciation from the creators. However, a lot of those gifts were thrown in the trash by the Twitch staff, and this one I thought was just insane. Like, I legitimately thought this was insane. Like, what the heck is going on with the Twitch? What is heck going on with the Twitch staff? I feel like everybody in that staff should be fired, and especially when now you got now you're bringing one of the biggest VTubers, especially on Twitch. Ironmouse is now involved. Like, bro, like, what is going on over there at Twitch? VTubers like Ironmouse, who typically, I brought this up. And the VTuber meet and greets, which were promoted as being powered by Ironmouse, ended with the VTubing star heartbroken because of the trash gifts. I deeply apologize to, and this is her quote, I deeply apologize to all the VTubers and fans who had the meet and greets in the VTuber booth this year. It breaks my heart to know staff threw out all of the gifts. I should have known better than to trust them and taking care of everything ahead of time. I am so sorry, everyone. She posted on Twitter. It has, if we go to the tweet, if you actually go into the tweet, it has 6.1 million views, 110k likes, and 1.5k comics. Yep, everybody's pretty much on the same page. It's, of course, obviously, it's not Ironmouse's fault at all, but there is a lot of people are sharing a lot of similar sentiment towards Twitch as a platform, and especially with how basically this kind of shit was going on. And now we have a video from Rev that we'll go into later after these articles. So VTubers do claim that TwitchCon is cooked moving forward, even as McGold stated that this may end up being the last TwitchCon we may ever see, especially after this whole entire scandal. And not surprising enough, I think TwitchCon needs to shut down. Me personally, I think Twitch itself probably needs to be shut down too, because I think a wrangling in, especially from Amazon, might not be good enough. Especially Dan Clancy needs to be publicly fired. That's my personal opinion. They threw out because they thought the gifts were bought. That was the crazy thing. That was the crazy thing. That they thought they were bombs or something like that. I'm like, you have booths where you're selling actual knives and weapons at TwitchCon. You do realize that, right? You do realize that you have booths where you're actually selling knives And you mean to tell me that if these gifts, you're trying to claim that these gifts are bombs and shit like that, you just decided to throw away, or in some cases, some cases there are accusations that Twitch staff members took those gifts that were meant for, the VTubers like Ironmouse, and, pocketed themselves, stole it themselves, you know what I mean? Like, what is going on with Twitch, man? Unfortunately, due to a miscommunication or misunderstanding, any gifts or presents given to my meet and greet staff were disposed of by the venue staff. I am very sorry for anyone who tried to give me a dio they posted. Gift dio they posted. I genuinely mean this. TwitchCon is actually cooked for future years, Alara added. Well said, yeah. Yeah, and that is the end. Oh, there's more! Oh, there is more. So, this is from Ilara, another popular VTuber. Ilara says, Twitch fundamentally has some serious issues that they need to address at the core level. The events that have transpired just this weekend are just unacceptable. Some fans stated that they had followed guidelines on gifts, including bringing clear plastic bags. However, they were apparently told by security that gifts were labeled as a security risk and could have held an explosive. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, so this is an interesting one. This is from somebody who was replying to Chibidoki. TC staff is all over the place on the miscommunication between attendees and streamers. A friend of mine was given so much incorrect information, being originally told that she could join the line after a separate meet and greet, and at the same time, but then removed entirely from the meet. Let's go read more into this comment here. So, yeah, this is from Tingle Rotunda, character illustrator. She asked security if they could give it to you. They said yes. Then proceeded to toss it into a nearby trash bin. When she confronted them about it, they told her it was a security risk and could have held an explosive. We were told we could join the line again by one staffer, only for security to tell us that it was capped. We don't blame any of this on you. Staff clearly doesn't know what it's doing. That is insane. That is absolutely insanity in that you had something. Well, you had the gifts ready, and especially if they're being in clear plastic bags, so you are following the guidelines of what is, following the guidelines of what's required. But even Twitch is like, even in plastic bags, whereas clearly the gifts are much more, depends on which plastic bag, gifts can be much more visible, but the fact of the matter is, they were detained because they were considered explosives, and then once, they could get in line, they told them the line was capped. So, Twitch, it really does sound like everybody involved in TwitchCon, the entire Twitch staff, probably needs to be fired. These gifts would have shown to been a small set of stickers have been lost to the trash. All over stickers. All over stickers. And they also wanted to shut down Chibidoki's meet and greet, lying that she had a sore throat. This is insanity. Jesus Christ, man. What is Dan Clancy doing? Like, what is Dan Clancy doing? Oh, wait. What is Dan Clancy doing? He's caught on stream with a much younger woman. And who is this mystery glitch girl with the CEO? Yes, by the way, yes. Yes, this is from BollywoodShares.com. Okay. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy has found himself in a controversy again after the Emiru TwitchCon incident a few days ago. The 61-year-old was seen in a live stream with a woman looked much younger than him. Amid this, offline TV gamer Skara has also revealed that the CEO was consistently seen with younger women during the TwitchCon event, and apparently Dan Clancy has a wife and kids. This is your CEO of Twitch, everyone. This is your CEO. While Action X7 Man hosted a live stream, he unexpectedly got FaceTime from a call from Twitch CEO Dan Clancy, the Gooning Lord himself. Expect about this, the gamer showed his phone to the camera so that viewers could see that Dan had actually FaceTimed him. However, unexpectedly in the video call, Dan was seen with a woman who he appeared to be quite young compared to him. This has brought massive backlash for Dan. And the question is, who is this mystery woman, Dan Clancy? The particular clip shows from the live stream with Dan and the mystery woman has gone viral. Speculation is rife about her identity. However, she has remained anonymous until now. Netians have been trying to find her identity, and some state that she is 25 years old. Hence, Dan is nearly 40 years older than she is. Some media portals also claim that she is a content creator. In a recent TwitchCon livestream, Skara has shared his experience from the event. However, one of his stories raised a lot of eyebrows. He stated that Twitch CEO Dan Clancy was seen a lot of nights with young girls around him. Skara did not make any allegations, instead saying, quote, "Whatever, man, if that's your thing, then that's your thing." However, Dan's recent appearance with a younger woman and the controversy surrounding safety at TwitchCon have raised many questions about him. Even though there's no proof that any of those women were minors, the CEO's stories shares with younger women are not sitting well with people in light of the safety issue incident at TwitchCon 2025. And this is from Topap. Twitch CEO Dan Clancy did not know he was on a stream and caught on FaceTime in 4K hanging out with a girl that is at least 40 years younger than him. Dan is 61. Yeah, that is some ultimate gooning lord right there. During TwitchCon 2025, an unknown man tried to grab cosplayer and Twitch streamer Emiru against her consent, and that raised a lot of questions about the event's safety protocols. Along with the streamer, many fans who are also frustrated with the lack of safety, Emiru alleged that Twitch was slowly to react to the situation. The man who attacked Emiru has been banned from TwitchCon. However, people are alleging that they took this action only after facing backlash, quote unquote. Emiru's manager had to step in and pester them to do it. Twitch also said the quote-unquote the safety and security of attending TwitchCon is our highest priority. The behavior displayed by the individual involved in the incident yesterday involving a high-profile streamer, her name is Emiru. Her name is Emiru. Why would we not say her name out loud? Dumbass. Sorry. Streaming was completely unacceptable and deeply unsettling. We have increased security at the meet and greet attendee check-in point. We'll have additional security personnel surrounding participant streamer. Listen, we went through this entire drama on Sunday, on Sunday's Makini Live. If you guys missed it, check that out. We go in full detail. It is absolutely insane. So yeah, my point still stands from the Monday show. Dan Clancy needs to be publicly fired. I think we're at the point where Amazon, the parent company, needs to step in. And yeah, I think Dan Clancy does need to do more than just step down. I think he needs to be publicly fired because this is beyond embarrassing. This is beyond embarrassing. And this is beyond unacceptable at this point. Yes, I stand by that. He needs to be publicly fired. Not quietly step away into the night with his golden parachute. No, he needs to be publicly fired and humiliated. For just this amount of negligence, in my humble opinion. Speaking of Emiru. So, Emiru has confirmed, and this is from Game Rant, Emiru is pressing charges against the man who assaulted her at a meet and greet at TwitchCon. And yes, and by the way, yes, TikTok, it is a sexual assault. It is an essay, okay? And I still think that she needs to sue Twitch. She needs to sue Twitch. I feel like it's for right back. But no. That's good on Emiru for pressing charges, but she needs to also sue Twitch for negligence. Because what happened this past weekend is straight up negligence. And that shit is unacceptable. Because, yeah, she could have... Yeah, the attacker who was also alleged to have like a knife on him, yeah, she could have been... We could have had a Yerna Zarska situation here. We could have had another Christina Grimmie situation. I'm just saying. This is freaking abhorrent. Twitch is... I'm telling everybody right now, Twitch is not going to recover from this incident. Twitch will simply not recover from this incident. And we even got more shit to go over regarding Twitch as well. But first, we're going to react to First, we're gonna react to Rev Says Desu, who has an entire situation covering, goes further into detail with the Ironmouse situation as well as the Dan Clancy situation. Check out Rev if you have not. Rev, take it away.
Concluded in San Diego 2 days ago, but the drama and controversy stemming from this event have not stopped. In fact, it's gotten a lot worse as people have shared their experience as a content creator at this event. We already know some of the controversies we've covered in the past couple of videos, but we have some new ones, more concerns about the incompetence of Twitch's CEO Dan Clancy and also the incompetence of his staff, particularly the security, and also people are expressing concerns about some experiences shared by VTubers, including Ironmouse, at this event, who, in my opinion, I think was, at the very least, let down by Twitch staff, or even worse, possibly taken advantage of and stolen from at this event. Now, we'll get into all that stuff in just a second, but you guys are all aware of the Emiru situation. She was assaulted live during a meet and greet, and that raised a lot of concerns about security and just really the competence of their staff, who allowed this person to simply walk out of the event after assaulting someone who's made the platform millions upon millions of dollars. But it appears that Twitch really doesn't want to have a lot of conversations about this because they are actively blocking people on social media.
Are you kidding me?
Official Twitter account, which is very bizarre behavior to say the least. But one of the VTubers who had a interesting experience at TwitchCon 2025 was Chibidoki, a very popular indie VTuber. We talked about this briefly the other day, but I'm bringing it up because we have a bit of a follow-up to this. So she shared two things. Number one, that her meet and greet came to a very sudden end, and she thought, oh, that was it. That was all the people who were coming up. But it turns out that the staff told people in the line that she was sick, even though she wasn't sick. Very weird. But she also shared something that has to do with security concerns, where she was forced to unmask herself and show her face in front of a crowd to verify that it is in fact her at this convention, which is obviously a security concern for someone,
major security,
like many other VTubers, who doesn't want to show
a VTuber. Any VTuber that needs to that has to be put in a situation where they have to unmask themselves is a major security risk. It really is a major security risk. The thing is with VTubers is that, yeah, they have lots of fans, and any, so them trying to go unmasked situation that can lead to a lot of scandals. A lot, and I mean a whole lot of scandals. This is insanity. That you do have to put a VTuber to the point where she has to unmask herself just to confirm that, yes, it's Chibidoki.
Their face to the public, and they put her at an unnecessary risk because they believed that was part of the verification process, and they had to actually do that to verify it's her. But that seems like a load of baloney, looking at some recent events here. So the streamer Neon, this is a new clip, he convinced staff at TwitchCon that he was a completely different content creator and even took over his booth. And in case you're wondering, this is not some mistaken identity. The
I think I saw more Pegasus causes yesterday.
A black man. So like they look nothing alike.
Yeah,
he
Neon.
Oh yeah. Like, yup.
So if I remember, Neon is if I'm correct, Neon is actually an infamous Twitch streamer too. Or he got banned at TwitchCon or something like that a while back. So yeah,
that guy, give me my booth, and they just gave him the booth. So they're making VTubers unmask themselves, but people like Neon are just walking up and taking other streamers' booths with absolutely no verification process. It's literally insane, the levels of incompetence. But as I hinted at earlier, there's some more issues involving VTubers this time. It is Ironmouse. And Ironmouse is someone, it's like a pretty good litmus test of how things are. If you're mistreating Ironmouse, man, I have like no confidence in what you're doing. She's someone who already deals with her own health issues. And also, she's coming off a very rough couple of months. In case you don't know, especially for the people who are not familiar with VTubers. She's one of the biggest VTubers in the world, and she was a part of a VTuber agency called VShojo. And back in the summer, she announced that she was leaving VShojo because part of a big subathon she did. She was doing a 50-50 split where 50% of the revenue was going to go to a charity of her choice, which is the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
Yep.
Turns out, VShojo never delivered the money. They were in control of her payouts on Twitch, and they never delivered the $500,000 that was supposed to go to charity. It never made its way. On top of that, they seem to have been also withholding some of her payments, which I would imagine is...
You think, Riot Kitty? You would think they would verify that beforehand, but that just only speaks to the absolute incompetence going on at that event.
In the at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. So overall, I think it's very easy to say there might have been 7 figures she was never paid,
Jesus.
whether it was for a charity or for her own revenue, which is obviously horrible. And VShojo very swiftly imploded. It was the quickest speed run of a VTuber agency.
Gun run embezzle. Yep, gun run embezzle the money.
24 hours, the whole thing imploded. Everyone came out with their own stories saying, yeah, I didn't get paid either. We've been owed X, Y, and Z for months and months and months. And VShojo's just been incompetent. It was a whole mess.
A lot for embezzlement, man.
But I say that because she is a guest, obviously doing virtual meet and greets at this event. She was also part of, I think, a concert and some other stuff. She was very involved in TwitchCon 2025. And I say all these things about VShojo and everything going on with her because, like, obviously it's been a stressful couple of months.
Yes, it has.
And, well, they're just adding on to it because apparently the staff at TwitchCon threw away gifts from her fans. Yup, they just hucked them in the trash.
Yep.
Which, you know, there's not just a monetary value to these gifts.
Yes, there is a monetary value.
Her, but also people made her things.
And sentimental value, too.
And effort into giving her these gifts as a show of appreciation for who she is and all the things she does. And Twitch staff, they hucked it. They threw it in the trash. And here's her tweet talking about it. I deeply apologize to all the VTubers and the fans who had meet and greets at the VTuber booth this year. It breaks my heart to know staff threw out all the gifts. I should have known better than to trust them and taking care of everything ahead of time. I am so sorry, everyone. And you can see everyone saying, like, it's not your fault. It's absolutely not her fault. You shouldn't have to anticipate incompetence like this at an event where they should be taking care of you.
Exactly.
And, you know, just, this is all hypothetical. I can't prove anything, but there have been cases in the past with situations like this at conventions, not just TwitchCon, but conventions generally, where the people attending it, the people doing meet and greets, the content creators participating, they have gifts go missing.
Yeah,
well, it's not just because they're getting thrown out, it's because people are taking them. The staff is taking them for themselves.
And how much you want to bet that is the exact same case with TwitchCon, that the staff didn't really throw it out, they took the gifts for themselves.
I think that's a very real possibility, but either way, at the end of the day, she didn't get what she was supposed to receive from her fans. And to think that they either A, through incompetence, threw it out, threw all the gifts out, or the next option, which is someone took these items. Either way, it's really, really bad, and you couldn't do it to a person that would anger more people, right? Like, of all the content creators you're gonna screw over, you chose...
Listen, between Emiru and the Ironmouse situation, every person at Twitch, every person and every Twitch staffer at that event should have been fired. Should have been fired.
Ironmouse. Terrible decision by
horrible decision.
Whoever at the Twitch staff who was involved with this, but it gets worse because she was not the only one this happened to. This also happened to Henya the Genius, who's also a former VShojo member who also left very quickly and was owed things from the company as well in that gigantic disaster. But she also said this: unfortunately, due to miscommunication or misunderstanding, any gifts or presents given to my meet and greet were disposed by the venue staff. What are we doing? I mean, at this point, like, even this happening to one person is already very suspicious. and really a really bad look. But happening twice, and I'm sure probably to other VTubers as well. This is crazy. This is such a terrible look for Twitch, and a lot of people are looking around and they're like, Dan Clancy, CEO, what are you doing?
This is your CEO, guys.
There have been a lot
this is your
of people talking about this
gooning
guy.
lord,
In fact,
Dan Clancy.
There's a lot of tweets that are going viral right now, asking for him to step down, listing out the many things that people are.
Listen. Okay, listen. To low two. I agree. But I would argue a stepping down is not enough. I think a public firing. and embarrassment from Amazon's from the parent company Amazon is in order. Because you can't just let Dan Clancy just go into the night, just, you know, completely with this golden parachute and just announce that, oh yeah, he's stepping down. No, he needs to be publicly fired. It needs to be a public firing, okay? Like, you embarrass this company, you embarrass me, you embarrass yourself. Get out. You are hereby relieved. You are fired. You're not stepping down. I'm firing your ass, and I'm gonna make sure everyone knows about it. You're making all of us look bad. You're making this damn platform look bad. We losing money because of you, Dan.
Contributing to his quote-unquote legacy at Twitch as the head of the ship over there. But yeah, the lack of security and the incompetence of the
okay, let's see. Lack security, encourage live birth stream, inconsistent unban enforcement, self-promotion in streamer chats, bot lurker algorithm problems, the apocalypse. Let's add on to the fact that I need to add on one little asterisk. Allow users like Hamas Piker to say exactly anything he wants and not get in trouble for it, where if it was anybody else in that same position saying the same thing, they would get permanently banned. Yeah, I wanted to add that little asterisk there. Okay, just add that on top, you know.
At TwitchCon is just it's inexcusable. And when you have situations like this play out, someone's got to be accountable. Someone's got to answer to everything going on. And Dan Clancy doesn't seem like he wants to handle much of anything. In fact, he spent most of TwitchCon hanging around, and as we'll look at in just a second, hanging around a lot of young women and
wearing a Roblox shirt,
wearing this weird Roblox chain. Like, brother, have you been watching the news? Like, Roblox is in like huge trouble. In fact, today there have been indictments.
Yeah, there were indictments
for people who were abusing kids in that game. But you chose, of all the games, Roblox is what you
and of all the games, you chose Roblox, baby.
Okay, interesting choice. But people are bringing up other
stuff
over
about people's Dan heads.
Yes, you see this tweet from Tectone sharing a message from Dan Clancy's Facebook back in 2016. And as pointed out here by Tectone, it makes a lot of sense that Twitch banned President Donald Trump, because he had this to say back in 2016. Alas, the shame of it is that since we are so polarized as a country in what we read in the media, many Trump supporters would never see an article like this. Alas, I wanted to say Trump is an idiot, but if we were only so lucky, he is so much worse and much more dangerous as an idiot. While he won't win, his vile mouth will further polarize what is already a polarized country, making it even harder to govern over the next 4 years.
I'm sorry. Woo! Hindsight's 2020, huh? Hindsight's a bitch, huh, Dan? Oh, man. Hindsight's a bitch, ain't it?
So Dan Clancy's not only making it very clear he thinks the president is stupid and probably doesn't have a lot of good things to say about people who voted for him, but he's also wrong. Not once, but twice, because Trump would win the 2016 election as well as the 2024 election. So, you know, good call by Dan Clancy, but it's divisive stuff like this that really is telling, and the fact that he also banned Donald Trump's Twitch account at the time, which I don't even know if he was using it, but like, still, like, it was a very petty move and clearly politically motivated. But there's a lot more going on. Here's a clip. This guy, or these group of guys, were FaceTiming, and there was this girl, this young woman, and she was sitting next to Dan Clancy, who's probably 3 times her age. Now,
Probably
of
not
course,
be her
I'm not
dad.
some Twitter freak who's gonna be like accusing him of things because there's a big age gap. These are legal aged women he's been hanging out with, not just at this TwitchCon, but for many years. But I'm
Yeah,
pointing
it's
it out
just-
because 2 reasons. Number one, he's like a married man with kids. It's a bit weird to be
It's a
hanging
bit
out with.
weird.
Like,
It's not
young
legal,
women
it's just
all the
weird
time,
as hell.
Like who are like 20 years old.
Like-
when you're like around 70. Like I
Yeah,
I
he's
think that's
61.
weird. I'm not gonna accuse you of anything.
I'm
but
not
it
accusing
is
anything. It's just
strange,
weird as hell.
especially as a married man. But
Especially as
the
a
thing that I
married
really
man.
bring that up for
bro.
is the fact that all these fires are going on at TwitchCon, and this is what he's doing. He's out partying with girls a third his age. Like, it's just, it's very odd priorities.
Bro,
And
yeah.
it gets even worse because these claims have been backed up by other people who were at the TwitchCon for 2025, and they were saying
He's in his
that he spent a
60s. Yeah,
lot
he's
of time
61.
hanging out with young women and partying.
Told that she was sick and that she couldn't see any more people, but she was completely fine.
Yeah.
And then they also threw away the gifts the viewers got for her, and I was like, what the is going on?
Listen, man.
Yeah, I've heard, like, this one was crazy. I heard Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights with young girls around him, which, whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But, like,
Okay.
he just felt
Here's the
like
thing. Here's the thing, Lucky Neko. Here's the thing, Power. It isn't Agent Orange just Infinity calls and content was plasma back. Oh yeah, totally. And the thing is, like, man, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just weird, especially if you're a married man with kids, man. Especially you in your 60s, and the girls you're out with are 4 times younger than you are, man. Are they young enough to be your daughter at times, man? I'm just saying, possibly your granddaughter. I'm just saying, man. It's just, ain't nothing illegal. It's just, you do you. It's just weird, bro.
So
it's just weird.
This con felt so fucking weird, man.
It's just weird.
Whatever.
All right,
Like,
man. It's
I am.
weird as fuck, bro.
I mean, last year I told myself I don't like TwitchCon, and so many people were like, "Why do you like TwitchCon?" And I'm like, "Well, how long do we have,
bro?
Even more problems end up popping up, and really, I think that this is going to be one of the last TwitchCons that people go to.
Oh, I totally agree. This is going to be the
And
last
I'm right
Twitch
there
con.
with this guy. Like, I think we agree. Like, you do you, man.
You do you,
can
man,
whatever
but
you
damn.
want. You're not breaking the law or anything, but it just seems like a little weird, but also it's like your priorities are really
Yeah,
screwed
you ain't
up.
getting your
Like,
priorities in
TwitchCon
check.
2025 had a lot of disasters. It
Your
was
priorities
a
are
really
not in
bad
check, that's for
experience
damn
for a lot
sure.
of people who did not deserve anything that happened to them. They didn't deserve the incompetence of the Twitch staff, whether it was security or just generally. And the head of the ship, the guy who's supposed to be running everything and keeping things in control, he's out partying with 20-year-olds. What are we doing? Like, man, you need to take some accountability and actually run this platform in this convention, which is now going down probably as the worst TwitchCon. I heard the attendance wasn't good, and on top of that, you have all the controversies involving many different content creators who have made Twitch a lot of money. And don't undersell that, right? They should treat everyone well as a content creator on their platform.
Exactly.
But especially when we're talking about some of these people like Emiru or Ironmouse, who have made Twitch millions and millions of dollars. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, please. And this guy's going around just doing whatever he wants, like acting like a frat bro. It's weird. It's weird, and it's
bro, you
it's
too
a
old for
mix-up
that
of
shit.
priorities.
Even I'll say you
And
too
I don't know
old
if
for
he
that shit,
realizes
man.
this.
Come
Like,
on now.
he's on the hot seat.
Settle down, bro.
Dan Clancy is in the
Settle
hot
down,
seat.
homie.
I think it's amazing he's still the CEO of Twitch, despite everything. The numbers going down across the platform steadily over the past year or two. Also, the fact that Twitch is still not profitable for its parent company, Amazon.
Yeah.
still not. Like, they're making billions and they still can't turn a profit for Amazon. It's crazy. How is this guy still the CEO? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But that's really the updates for today. That is some more news coming out of TwitchCon. I'm sure it's not the end of it. And if there's anything else significant, we will go over it in a future video. But for now, that's going to do this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics.
I'm going to say this right now. It's far from over. It's far from over, man. I'm just saying. I'm going to say this right now. It is far from over. It is far from over. Altiori had a video. Altiori posted a video about this whole TwitchCon disaster. Definitely check that one out. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up because this is gonna get me off. This is gonna set me off a little bit. So now I'm gonna try my best to restrain myself in reaction to this, but as you guys obviously know, the situation with Iryna Zarska, Ukrainian refugee woman who got stabbed in the neck at a bus on the train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, that set me off. That whole thing set me off, especially when notorious con artist called Black Lives Matter decided to make that damn post, and that set me off. And of course, on the same day that happened, we saw the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and I made that statement clear. I made my points clear about that. In fact, both Charlie Kirk, Iryna Zarska, and even Logan Federico's names are in the credits of every show that we do. Because it's a point I'm trying to fucking make here. So much so, the situation got made such head. The situation was not a big enough deal until Twitter and Elon Musk pestered the mainstream media to cover it. I want everybody to understand that this situation was not a big deal to the mainstream media until Twitter pestered them to cover it, and then they came out and tried to say this is some kind of right wing MAGA people who are having a problem with it, who are complaining about this. I'm like, no, bitch, everyone's complaining about this. So much so that a new law had to be passed, Iryna's law regarding bail reform in North Carolina. So you could tell in the tone of my voice, yeah, I'm not happy when I saw this. This is from Tectone. It's not accused. It's not alleged. It happened on fucking video. Reported that way, you fucking retards. And this is from the New York Post. Chilling video shows Iryna Zarska's cold-blooded accused killer calmly walk out of the Charlotte train after the failed stabbing. It wasn't accused, bro. It wasn't accused, man. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? A functioning country would have tried, convicted, and executed him within 24 hours. And you know what? I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'm probably going to lose more subscribers saying that, but I'm totally fine with the death penalty at this point. When this motherfucker's been in and out for at least 15 times, and especially the person who killed Logan Federico was in and out, was arrested 35 damn times. You don't hate journalists enough, man. You don't hate journalists enough. And we're going to cover that tomorrow, by the way. We're going to cover the journalist situation in the gaming industry tomorrow, because we got some layoffs to cover. When it was at 4K, the footage was at freaking 4K. It's not an accused, man. And I'm sorry, I'm with Garbage Human on this one. If your ass has been in and out of jail, your ass has been arrested for 15 times, for 35 times, and they still let your ass out? No. And that is the problem. That is a blatant problem that we're having right now. with this whole thing with bail with bail and shit like that. Well, you having dudes who've been arrested 20, 30 times and they still let them out. They still let them out. Well, it's like, no, dude, you like whoever the judges of these need to be fired. Whoever the judges of these need to be fired, man. They need to be investigated. If you're letting these motherfuckers out for what 15, 20, 35, 40 times, and you're just gonna let them out just like a revolving door, and you leave the shit like this. Where, yeah, I'm you know what, I'm pro, you know what, fine. Say it, yeah, I'm advocating for the death penalty. I'm fine with that. Because at this point, send him, because you just gonna let him out again. You do this kind of shit. The biggest enabler in this fucking situation, man. Fuck these people, man. I'm sorry. New York Post, fuck you too. New York Post coming up with a euphemism for new black. Yeah, guess what? Let's accuse it. Because y'all don't have the fucking gall to say that it was a black man. It was a black man. The motherfucker who killed Logan Federico, who was been up in the pen for 35 damn times, that was a black man. A lot of this other shit is a fucking black man. Y'all want to have the fucking gall to actually say that because y'all want to be accused of being racist. When the fucking facts are right in your fucking face, man. Yes, this is driving me up a wall right now. And this is a black man telling you that right now. Won't even show the damn statistics because it doesn't go with your freaking narrative. So don't mix with this whole racism as allegations. So fucking what? So fucking what? When I'm part of the 13% of the population in this damn country. I'm part of that 13%, and they're saying, and it's basically blatantly obvious that 13% of the population is the one committing 50% of the crimes. And you don't want to bring those fucking facts up. And don't even get me started with you not even acknowledging that black-on-black violence actually exists too. So no, New York Post, fuck you, man. Accused is literally on video. You people are sick. This sums up Democrats. Democrats love Ukraine except when a Ukrainian woman is murdered by a black homeless criminal. Fuck off. Just fuck all you, man. Just fuck all you. You don't hate journalists enough. You do not hate journalists enough, okay? You really do not hate journalists enough. I'm past the point wanting to put him in prison now too. This motherfucker has been arrested 15 damn times at this point, and you keep letting him out. Nah, bruh. Sorry, I had to go off on there for a moment. Sorry, my apologies. Anyway, we need to switch back to the Twitch situation because Asmongold went off for a 2-minute video, and it's this situation here. Now, when we were talking about the Emiru situation on Sunday with me and Baba Bear, everybody brought up the fact that this whole thing with SA, it happens on both sides of the aisle. Men can get SA too. Men can get SA'd too. Yes, they can. And there were actual reports, of male streamers getting SA'd at Twitch, at TwitchCon, and yet those were not a big of a deal as when it happens to the female streamers. And that just kind of whole microcosm of how this whole situation is handled. Where, as Mama Bear put it up, when men get SA'd and shit like that, they have to be told, they're supposed to toughen up to shit like this. And oftentimes, it gets swept under the rug. Whereas, it's a much bigger deal if it's a woman that gets SA'd and shit like that. Well, here's the thing. I saw this because Asmongold got really pissed off about this, and there's this whole situation with this streamer named Nina Lim who lied about essaying another person and says it's embarrassing for a man to be essayed, basically. This was on Livestream Fail on Livestream Fail on Reddit, and then we're gonna watch Asmongold's reaction to this as well. So, let me sorry about that. Let me get the audio. Let me make sure the make sure it is okay. It's up. All right. So this is from Nina Lim, a Twitch streamer.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong? No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essayed Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him, like, you definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you did ask felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy. You ain't see Saeed today? No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him. How you trying to patch that up? I think he came out. No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared. No, the moment I came with Riot, he wasn't here. I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was you a bitch? Okay. But with Saeed, though, I do gotta talk to Saeed. You feel me? Yeah, for sure. That's why I was looking for him all day.
So yeah, this is a very interesting thing. For context, she held down, for context, Nina Lim held down, Saeed, who is a part of, FaZe, Silky Assistant, so it sounds like he's a part of, FaZe Clan, on stream while her friend Zoe Spencer twerked on him, repeatedly said no, and tried to get away, and tried to take his clothes off away from the cameras as well. She's now lying about how she didn't do shit when it happened on stream. Don't know how all these big streamers, Extremely Agent, Extra Emily, Agent, etc., still associate with her after all that shit she did months ago, and now she still takes no accountability for her actions till this day, and she got called out for it. And Saeed's thoughts on the situation. Saeed says, I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. It took me a lot to think about it, and again for the third time it's hurt me once again, where it'll take me time to heal it from, and I've been invalidated by the other parties, which don't realize that it did. That's crazy. And this is yeah, so this is the damning evidence here of I guess Saeed and her friend doing it to this dude, Nina Lim and her friend doing it to Saeed. It's just fucking crazy, man. Are you mentally lost and traumatized? Not only with physical stuff, but they didn't even post the full thing. There's a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. Not standing with her, but why you didn't talk about this earlier, and why was you laughing in the clip? Shit, definitely wrong, but come on. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. That's wild, man. That is absolutely wild, bro. Like, yeah, Nina Lim lines about essaying another person, say it's embarrassing for a man to be essayed. Sexual assault, you're allowed to say the actual words. She talked so fast that she was saying something about essayed or Saeed. It was confused. Yeah, the whole thing. I could barely understand her. I can understand when Destiny is speed rapping arguments, and 90% what XQC means. Spaz me out, yeah. Something awful. I'm glad someone, this from Threadmage33. Sorry. What is going on? Sorry. 1 second, guys. 1 second. There we go. Okay, this is from ThreadMage33, and we're gonna get to Asmongold's response on this one too. I'm so glad someone finally brought this up, what happened during Nina's stream with Zoe. I was watching it live when it happened, and I was surprised there was no backlash considering how effed up the whole scene was. Especially when Nina whipped out a condom and she and Zoe start forcing Saeed's clothes off on stream. At one point, Zoe even wrapped her entire body around him where he couldn't break free, and this happened in front of everyone who was there, and no one did anything. Then when he breaks away to hide upstairs from Zoe, everyone just treated it as a big joke. Spent the entire stream running away from her, and the only time someone's intervened was when he hid behind Silky, who finally said to Zoe to stop, and he's not consenting, but you could tell he wasn't taking it seriously. Yeah, reverse the roles, and this would be front page headlines all over the news. Reverse the roles, it will be front page headlines. No joke. Yeah, and since the dude getting sexual assaulted, everybody forgetting 3, 2, 1, yeah. She literally says in the clip exactly why men don't talk about this shit. He'd be embarrassed as a man to be sexual assaulted. What an awful creature Nina is. The same with young boys who are sexually assaulted, with a lot less to come forward with similar reasons. What Nina is saying is that it's disgusting, and the stigma she's furthering is why a lot of men and boys suffer in silence. Fuck her. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's... reverse the roles, and this will be front page headlines. People wouldn't stop talking about this. I guarantee you that. Yeah, and I think that this whole thing with like sexual assault and shit like that does happen to both. That does happen on both sides of the equation. Oh, somebody says, remember the OK Boomer girl? She was still getting support for what she... Oh, that's right! Nicolo. Yes, the OK Boomer chick, yeah. As far as I can remember, she was charged with felony domestic violence after assaulting her boyfriend at the time. No idea what happened after that, but she was the main drama surrounding that situation. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing about that. Yeah, this is Saeed's recently tweet. He probably tweeted when the sexual assault happened, but the deleted tweet because he didn't want any drama that was scarred around. Yeah. Hey Daryl. Yeah, I almost forgot about the whole Nicolo thing. Nicolo is the OK Boomer girl clip. That's the OK Boomer girl. That's her. But yeah, she got involved in some shit back in that time too. For those who know much about Saeed, he's very introverted, submissive guy, and submissive. For y'all who don't know much about Saeed, he's a very introverted, submissive guy who has autism. Now imagine two dominant males did their... Now reverse that with a female with autism. That person would be canceled and put behind a cell. The fact that Nina is still able to be in so many streamer circles till this day is disgusting. And the fact that she has taken zero responsibility and accountability and tried victimizing herself by saying YBG is bullying her for calling her out, calling her despicable behavior is outrageous. Yeah, this is I feel like I should have, man. I feel like I kind of feel like I want to bring this up to Mama Bear about this because this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. SC accusations and VQ games are both one fight. Say to become one of the top streamers. Yeah. So this and this is the damning evidence. This is the incriminating evidence right here. And yeah, it's gotten. That's dude. There's a thing called boundaries. There's a thing called respecting, and that goes both ways, man. That's crazy, dude. And you can understand why a lot of guys tend to keep it hidden and shit like that. I think I'm gonna probably bring this whole situation up to Mom Bear about this on Sunday. So, but yeah, this is the further point, especially in regards to the Emiru situation, that yeah, this shit happens on both sides of the aisle, man. It's crazy. But Asmongold got pissed. Asmongold feels like Twitch deserves to be shut down over this, and I totally agree with him.
I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was he a bitch?
So let me get this straight. Somebody said this girl He assaulted them. I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. For context, she grabbed and held down Saeed, FaZe Silky's assistant, on stream, while her friend Zoe Spencer twerked on him after he repeatedly said no and tried to get away and tried to take his clothes off. Now she's lying and saying that she didn't do shit when it happened on stream. They didn't even post the full thing. There is a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me. I felt so uncomfortable talking about it. What is this? What is going on, man?
What's going on Twitch, man?
He's not consenting. Huh? He's not consenting.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Saeed. Saeed, come here. Oh no.
What the hell, man? The fuck? Yeah, it's blurred out, but the hell, man?
And you see this clip, right? Listen to this again.
Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
So
Bro,
she's saying that it's embarrassing for him that these two girls went up to him and assaulted him.
Why was he a bitch?
What a disgusting fucking bitch.
That's
There's
disgusting,
no excuse for
yeah.
it. Even if some guy is attracted to her, doesn't mean that everybody is. Why is this bitch on the platform right now? What is this? What is going on, man? Can you imagine the two guys?
Flip the roles, man. I'm just saying. Anybody's trying to anyone wants to come in and try to conflict what I'm saying, flip the roles. Flip the roles. This would be front page headlines, guys. If the roles were reversed, this would be front page headlines. We would not stop hearing about this. I guarantee you that. It's not looking good, period.
Streamers did that to a girl? Really? Like, imagine. This would be like national news. Like, you'd have every fucking person tweeting about how this is another example of culture and how men enable this stuff and everything. Like, we'll put out a video about it. I mean, if they don't get banned, I'm gonna tell you this. Twitch is a supporter of assault.
Guys, don't worry. The CEO is having a good time.
I wish I was lying, but this is really what happened. I was talking to Ham. I'm like, maybe don't go out tonight. You know what I mean?
Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! It's creepy, yes. She's not taking any accountability or responsibility for that action. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, man, if he fights back, he's bad. Man, if he doesn't, he's bad. Women, we live in a patriarchy. If the genders were reversed, yes. If the genders were reversed. And you'll be called, that's a good point. Leftovers will call you a far-right incel for pointing basic reality out. It's basic fact that if the roles were reversed, yeah, it sounds like this shit was recent. Yeah, if the roles were reversed, this is, yeah, Twitch needs to be investigated, or this streamer needs to be banned. This streamer needs to the account, man. Like, she needs to face some serious consequence for that shit. Male grape in SA isn't underreported. Why on earth would they come out and report that sort of thing? Exhibit A, when it's literally caught on camera and is completely undeniable and indefensible, the guy comes out of it, the women even make fun of him and receives 0 penalties for anything, with plenty of people on the internet agreeing and also making fun of him. Gee, I wonder why we don't speak up about it or report it when it happens to us. Maybe it's not because of some, oh, those silly men just don't want to open up, but actually because, objectively, this does nothing to make things, but make things worse. Bill Burr said it best, I'm not saying women's problems get solved, but I'm saying at least take them seriously. You know, I've got 1-800 numbers that there's ribbons, there's groups, people give a shit. Anything happens to a guy, it's just considered funny. And, well, that's the thing. Women being held accountable for crimes on camera? That never happens. He could easily fall them off, they look like an asshole. There's no... Yeah, he could have easily pushed them off, but then he would have been looked like the asshole. That's the thing. So it was a damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the thing. It clearly was a damned if you do. Oh man. They'll claim it was if he pushed them off, they would have claimed it was assault, and he probably would have gotten prison time too. That's the thing. Yeah, the cut the cameras alone is enough to get angry men in jail. Yep. The new Twitch CEO partying like his last year's CEO. What happened clearly, SA, I don't care what anyone says because there's a minority that will defend this and say that it isn't. There's an unwanted touching and ignore pleas to stop. And it's sad how this will become laughed off as being too soft. Men can be victims, not just women. Exactly. No one is shocked except Kaya. Exactly. Yeah, man. Men can. Men can. Okay, it can be a two-way street. The F is Aquafina doing. Damn, bro. What's Aquafina doing, bro? That is absolutely diabolical. That is absolutely diabolical. So Aquafina like that, bro. That's crazy. Oh man, what's going on is misanthropy. The whole Emiru drama makes me sick. When it happens to a girl, oh no, we must find the evil man and jail him. When it happens to a guy, crickets. Yep. And that's happened at Twitch cons too, man. It's crazy, man. 304 got a deeper voice than me. Damn! Bro! 304 got a deeper voice than me, man. Bro, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Oh my god. Yeah, this shouldn't be I think that, bro, she does sound like Aquafina, she does. Like Aquafina, bro, that's wrong. Don't you just marvels Katie like that? Oh yeah, on her next stream, she'll cry about being attacked online. That's usually the whole thing, rinse and repeat. They'd be arrested. Yeah, they would be arrested. Yes. If this was the other side, if the roles reversed, they would be arrested immediately. And
like
he's referring to this.
Like, you'd have every fucking person tweeting about how this is another example of culture and how men enable this stuff and everything. Like, we'll put out a video about it. I mean, if they don't get banned, I'm gonna tell you this: Twitch is a supporter of assault.
Guys, don't worry. The CEO is having a good time.
Yeah,
I wish I was lying, but this is really
this is your Twitch CEO, by the way. That's your Twitch CEO, bro. Twitch is like falling apart, man. That platform is falling apart, y'all. It's falling apart. So anyway, I got one more video we're gonna go over and then we're gonna wrap it up. And this one's a little bit more of a lighter tone here, and this is incredibly shocking to me. Okay, it's shocking to nobody except for Kaya. And apparently we have a massive anime betrayal here in the Hassan camp. This is coming from Jet West, not resumed to be WestJet. Massive day for the unemployed.
Hassan's second dog, Ludwig, took off his own shock collar and went after his master.
Do I think Hassan shocks his dog? I have no clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar based off what's on my For You page.
Hassan is so cooked, even Jellywig decided to jump ship.
Jellywig likes to talk about drama again. Let's talk about some shocking news.
Now show us the AI version.
He's adamant that he hasn't shocked her. But that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact.
Jellywig.
I feel like that shit is 100%.
Jellywig's doing a heel turn,
It was
yo.
confirmed that it was a fucking...
Jellywig's doing a heel turn.
Ludwig literally chose the best time to jump ship. Like, some of these other people defending Hassan were lunatics. Like, we could see that there was a shock collar with our own eyes, and they were trying to gaslight us. Someone lied to you.
And I think when you come in and you say, oh no, you're gonna get the Hassan call now, I think like you are like genuinely pathetic. Like you are still pretending to live in a universe where it is
brave to speak out against Hassan, as if that is not like the popular side to be on.
Off topic. Off topic. I do have to give Ludwig. I do have to give Jellywig for his taste in music because he's playing Monte Carlo from the game R Racing Evolution. I was like, what the freak, bro? Come on.
Very popular because people see through the grift, but on Twitch they're singing happy birthday.
Yes, they sing happy birthday to Hassan.
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hassan Runs Twitch allegations after this.
We have Insanity Jacob who said R.I.P. Hassan had to make you stop posting, which is something that I have had follow me for some time now, and I wanted to talk about. Jellywig, let's talk about drama again. Let's talk about some shocking news that has happened on Twitch.
This guy edited out the master. The dog is free.
15 months ago, I had dealt with people who now thought that, hey, Hassan messaged me, he made the boss call, I have to take down the video. That's not what happened. You can believe me or not believe me, I really don't care, but I swear on my mother's life, who I love more dearly than any human on this earth, that Hassan has never asked me to take down a video, and I did not do that because he asked me to. It just never happened, right? It didn't happen on everything.
You don't know the full context. Basically, he deleted a video a while ago on his second channel, which had the likeness of Hassan on it. And people were speculating that Hassan told him to delete it, but I don't think Hassan told him to delete it. He was just scared of Hassan. But now the dog is free. Hummus Parker's not gonna like that one.
I think a lot of people are under the impression that Hassan operates a cabal of LA streamers and is an all-powerful being, and that's why people don't speak out.
Wrong. They do speak out. They just carry water for him.
I don't know where this delusion comes from. The culture war was won by the right-wingers.
Right-wingers. No hard R.
It is more popular to hate on Hassan than to stand by him. But for some reason, I feel like people are under the impression that the inverse is true. It's just not true. Whether that's worthwhile.
Hassan's tech tone just got vindicated.
It's just not true. If you don't believe me, watch Ninja stream and he goes, check this out, shock dog.
5 big years.
And it's the most viral thing he has done in the past 3 years.
This has to be the craziest. This has to be the craziest heel turn I've ever seen on a streamer, man. This is WWE levels of heel turns here. Okay, here comes Jellywig with a steel chair. Comes Jellywig, and I want before we move on here. I'm actually glad that Jellywig brought up the LA streamers here because because Jellywig just Jellywig just said the quiet part out loud about these LA streamers, and I can say about these LA streamers because I'm from California too. And yeah, here's the clip. By the way. Here's the fucking clip. Holy fuck, bro. The fuck, bro.
Come here. I got you. Hey, come here.
Zoe, you can't. Zoe, you can't.
He's 23. No, he's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no. Bro, what the fuck?
Stay right there. Hold on. Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
You remind me of that one.
Bro, come on now. What are we doing, man? What are we? I'm sorry, I had to go back up here. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? So yeah, Top Clips brought this up. Yeah, Top Clips showed the video in full. I'm just saying, man, if the roles were reversed, this shit would be headline news, man. I'm just saying. If the roles were reversed, this should be headline news. So yeah, yeah, oh shit, they deleting comments too. Yeah, he has every right to speak up about this. Damn, I'm just saying, man. And Tectone says perma ban her blatant sexual assault, but no one takes men getting S8 seriously. Disgusting. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just saying. Well, I just showed the video, by the way. People are just jumping in. I just showed the full video in full. I mean, yeah, this is crazy. This is why streamers fear for Hassan, the worst community on this platform. They won't say anything against him, lies criticism. They will do anything to try and ruin your life. It's disgusting. And yes, Hassan is responsible for this community. This isn't a weirdo. This isn't a weirdo here and there. This is a full majority of them. Yeah, but no, sorry, we had to get off, I had to, left turn all the way back to that situation. But, there's one quote from Tectone. Yeah, here we go. It good to see that all the left LA creators start turning on one another. The next couple of days will be absolute cinema. You know what? Just hey man, you saying the quad part out loud about these LA streamers, man. I'm just saying about these. Oh man, it's crazy, bro. Bro, what timeline are we in, man? What timeline are we in, man? What timeline are we in right now, man? It's crazy. Yeah, man, it's good to see the creators start doing shit with one another, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, let's continue. I just want to share that real quick.
I'm kidding.
Boom. Like, what are we talking about here? We're acting like it's popular to defend Hassan or some shit. All right, and I don't understand why.
Hassan could barbecue his dog on stream and he'd get a day ban. Of course you know why. It's because Twitch gives him preferential treatment.
I'm also not even friends with Hassan. Legitimately, I'm not. He's not someone that
this is the heel turn right here, baby.
Like my birthday or things like that. He's someone I've done streams with, and I think they were fun. He's a streamer friend is the group I call. But we're not boys. My boys are Slime, Aiden, Nick, the people that I hang out with actually on a week-to-week basis. When I retire, I will never speak to 95% of the streamers I collab with again. Hassan is part of that group.
Making me look bad.
Damn.
Gonna hit it with my power beam.
Free Kaya school walkout. I don't know, boys. I'm feeling a bit out of touch. Maybe I am unk. I just found out what 6'7" was. It's the amount of times Hassan zaps his dog on stream, and that's being generous.
That's a fact. This is just the reality of life, okay? Connor, I'm an actual friend. Connor, I would actually speak with after. But most streamers, I wouldn't. It's just true. They wouldn't go to my funeral. I wouldn't go to their funeral.
Basically, he admitted that the whole Los Angeles streaming scene is full of a bunch of fake ladder climbing scum. But we already knew that.
I mean, we already knew that. It's just you said. It's just we already knew that. It's just the LA streamer scene. It's just with the LA streamer scene. You just loved what Jellyweed just said the quiet part out loud. And bro, I could criticize this because I'm in the Bay Area. I'm up north. I'm up north from all this. So yeah, I can vouch to say that the LA streamer scene is just nothing but a wild popularity characters. Of course they're gonna backstab each other, bro. It's like the Oscars and shit, man. It's hilarious. I'm in the front. I got a front row seat. I got a front row seat up in here, man. I'm just saying.
How much misinformation is effective? I mean, look at this guy. This is no shock collar.
And these are all LA streamers, man. These are all Los Angeles streamers, bro.
You don't gotta be a rocket scientist to see that's a shock collar. It doesn't matter if you're a Hassan fan or not. You can't deny your eyes. Someone lied to you. And the funniest thing to me is that Hassan dug himself into a deeper hole. If he just said, yeah, it's a shock collar. My trainer suggested I use this. It's not illegal. It's actually good for training dogs. This would have blown away in like a day or two.
Yeah.
It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just go.
No, but this edit gets me every time.
Now, to be clear, I want no beef with anyone. Hassan's community, Asmin's community, Destiny's community. If what I said offended you, I apologize deeply.
Don't apologize.
I am Chinese now. I'm leaving Twitch and YouTube anyway for Billy. Seriously.
Jokes aside, this is probably the smartest thing Ludwig could have done. Like, disavow Hassan and anybody's too political. Because honestly, Ludwig makes pretty good videos. Like, I can be skeptical as someone, but still appreciate their work. Hassan's was upset, though. Gutless Yakubian Devil. Gutless
Damn.
Yakubian Devil is a loaded insult that draws from black nationalist and Nation of Islam terminology. Yakubian replies to Yakub, a figure from the Nation of Islam mythology said to have created the white race through selective breeding. So Yakubian is often used to describe white people. Oh, but when I call Hassan's community brown, people get angry. Wah. Anyway, this was earlier this week, but Hassan crashing out is the funniest thing ever.
It is
I can't
funny.
stand any of you dumb in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking god, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. It's just, you did it. You did it. You have unlocked the fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never gonna make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation.
Hassan's been having a tough week, and again, earlier, as I said, this could have easily been avoided if he was truthful from the get-go. Even my real-life friends have been memeing Hassan, and they don't even know who he is. Like, this dog thing has gone so viral, it's insane. Only insane parasocial people believe in this conspiracy that everyone is under Hassan's control. Ludwig finally got permission from Hassan to talk about this. Again, it's not even Hassan, it's the bias that Twitch has towards him. And these people love to play stupid as if it isn't clearly evident. It's like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Dude. Asmongold's Frogan said, it's good to see all the left LA creators start to turn on one another. The next couple of days will be cinema.
I'm also not even friends with Hassan.
Ludwig's not even a dog anymore because dogs have loyalty. Anywho, Scooby-Doo, people uncovered an old photo of Hassan's
there's that
previous
too.
dog, and apparently they were speculating that the collar's too tight and the dog had an open wound. If we're being charitable, it could have been like a different injury, but knowing Hassan's track record, it could be either or. So Hassan has an established pattern of animal abuse. Bro, how the are people still defending him at this point with all the evidence? It's because they got groupthink and they're essentially in a cult. They're in an authoritarian regime, except their leader isn't very charismatic or funny.
Waving with Indivisible? Yeah. Yeah, she got up.
Bro, why he gets so triggered when this dog moves? Has he announced every single time she stands? He got up. She got up. Kaya's standing. She got up. She's standing. She got up. Why did he? Yeah, we see that, dude.
Like, geez, Hassan, we get it, man. We get it. Anyway, Ludwig turning on Hassan equals game over. Ludwig only weighs in when he's 100% sure which side is coming out on top.
True.
It is more popular to hate on Hassan. I'm also not even friends with Hassan.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Sadly, unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that, Ludwig? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? I'm just, are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Not even friends with Hassan.
Uh-huh. Sure, Jan. Oh, yeah, I'll grab my popcorn for this one. I'll grab my popcorn for this one, baby. It is eating itself up. This is absolute cinema. You can't keep... Who turned on who? I love this comment. Who turned on who now? I can't keep up with this telenovela level drama here. I love it. This is a telenovela right here. This is a Spanish telenovela going on here with the Hassan dog collar situation, bro. This is peak entertainment here. This is peak entertainment, man. Yes, type Pokemon. You're both just awful. It's just... What more heel turns are we gonna see? I'm looking forward to more heel turns, man. Oh my god. So sit on it. Just... Oh my god. Hey man. I paid for this. I paid for this shit. I prayed for this shit to happen, baby. Yep. This is great. This is entertainment right here, baby. You turn. What more? Who else will turn on Hassan? Tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. Please shock his dog again. Oh my god. Okay. So we covered a lot. Yeah, there's some Jersey Shore shops. Listen, we covered a lot of stuff today. We covered a whole bunch of stuff today, that's for sure. We covered a lot of stuff today. But I think the moral of the story is, of today's Makini in the morning is, Twitch needs to be. I think Twitch deserves to be shut down. I think Twitch gets what it deserves. If you're on Twitch, I think you get what you deserve. Honestly, I'm sorry. Just like, I'm trying to be like, I'll be okay. I'm sympathetic to what happened to the VTubers. Okay, I'm sympathetic to what happened to Ironmouse, Henya, and other VTubers at TwitchCon. But with all this other shit that's going on, I do feel that Twitch is just an evil platform. I just think Twitch is an evil platform, personally. It feels like if I ever go back to that platform, it feels like my soul will just be like, I lose another part of my soul, you know? It feels like it's sacrificial, you know? I have to sacrifice my own morality just to come back to Twitch, man, because that's crazy, bro. Like, that whole shit is crazy. Like, I'm gonna have to bring that whole situation with Nina Lim, that whole Nina Lim situation, I'm gonna have to bring that up with Mama Bear. I'm gonna have to recap her on this one, because, yeah, this is crazy. No, bro. This is Twitch, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. This is on Twitch, bro. Everybody's joking. It's like, I remember when Twitch was just Justin TV. I remember when Twitch used to be just about video games. Well, and eventually people will either go to Kick, Rumble, or YouTube, man. Kick, Rumble, or YouTube. You pick, take your pick, man. Twitch makes Kick look angelic by comparison. Yeah, Kick definitely has its own, fair share of issues there. Twitch definitely has its own fair share of issues, but you know what? It's part of that. You know what? It's kind of funny though. It's kind of funny. I say that Twitch needs to be shut down, but I think that in this kind of this weird microcosm, I feel like Twitch is needed nowadays. I feel like we need Twitch because it kind of balances out this crazy as hell ecosystem where we're in, where it's like there's more people need to be regulated. There's like this whole thing about censorship and regulations and all that shit, and the UK Safety Acts and all that stuff we've been covering. That it's like, you know, people are advocating for, Twitch, for the internet to be, the Wild West. People want the internet to be that Wild West, unknown frontiers again, because there's a lot more. Clearly, there's a lot more freedom across the board. And it feels like with like Twitch and Kick and all these streaming sites, man, with as crazy as they are, they almost kind of balance each other out. The key word is they almost kind of balance each other out, though, and it just creates like this. It almost creates this like this pseudo Wild West of streaming, Like, I think we need competition. I think that's the biggest threat to Twitch is not just, well, aside from itself is its biggest threat, but it's the competition, it needs that competition. That's what I think the world is better off. I think personally the world is better off if we have competition, if we have more people genuinely fighting for people's attention, people's viewing speed, people's money, instead of being equate to just this monopolistic, you know, just where it's just everything is a monopoly, everything has control over one thing, where you're just like, no, we need that competition, we need that share of ideas, we need people. I think the internet is, I think it's better for everybody as a whole, where we have those dangers, we have those things to be aware of, we have those things we have to learn to stay away from, those sites we stay away from, you know, and shit like that. You know, have that. We don't. I think nobody wants the internet to feel neutered. Nobody wants these streaming platforms to feel neutered. It feels like competition. It feels like we're in the Wild West, you know? Because I think people want to go back to that Wild West of like internet back in, you know, back in the early 2000s and shit like that, you know? Where it was just like internet was just like starting up and shit like that, you know? It's just like a lot of people can get away with it, you know. It's interesting. It's interesting to kind of describe it. Hey Bosco, good to see you. But it's interesting. Like the whole situation with Twitch is just interesting to the point where it's like, and I think Asmund made a good point about this, and I remember seeing a clip of him saying that if he were to run Twitch, he would basically let it be no holds barred. Basically, it would be no holds barred. In that you're only, really the only limit is you can say what you want, you can do what you want, but the moment that you get into doing something or saying something that is actually breaking the law, then yes, you get banned. You deserve to get banned. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. It doesn't matter how big or small your profile is. If you're doing something that actually breaks the law, that is actively breaking the law, then yes, you deserve to get banned. You need to be banned. Point blank, period. You're breaking a law, you're getting banned. And you know what? I can see that. You know, I can see kind of that mindset kind of going into. I can see that though. Whereas, you know, I think to really just balance people out, and I really think to balance these free corporate companies out, is that we just need that competition, you know? We need competition to, YouTube is becoming a credible threat to Twitch. Kick is becoming say what you will about Kick, it's becoming a threat. Kick is definitely becoming one of those threats to Twitch, you know? All these platforms are becoming a threat, a good alternative, man. Stealing the viewers away, and it's just, I think, and a lot of it's just open up. Twitch is just being so more open. It's opening up to Twitch just being a horrible platform as it is, man. Yeah, but the staff and moderation team won't ban then. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a whole other thing, man. I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, honestly, if I was running Twitch and all that shit, and I'm seeing this shit, like, one, I would publicly I would fire Dan Clancy for all this shit. I would publicly have a hearing about Dan Clancy for all this shit. Like, no, you need to step down. This is you're making us all look bad. And not only that, that we need to look into everything that's going on, into all the people involved and shit like that. Like, no, I personally think that yes, Emiru needs to sue the platform. Emiru needs to sue Twitch. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because what happened over this past weekend is negligence. That is totally on the fault of Twitch, though, and how pathetic their security is. You can't deny that. You really cannot deny that. Whew. Anyway. Yeah, this has been this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This whole thing is crazy, and I might have to bring that whole Nia Lim shit up to Mom Bear about that, because that is fucked up. Like even so, man. Like this shit happens both ways, man. This the problem is that, you know, when men bring it up, it's joked upon, but you know the roles reversed, and that's front page headlines right there. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. You guys have been amazing. Thank y'all so much. Getting close. We're getting there. We're getting there with Morgan. We are getting there with Morgan here. I'm liking how the colors are popping, though. I do like how colors feel like they're popping a lot more, and I think that helps that I put the backlight and the lighting layer on top instead of, you know, instead of keeping it under the color overlayer. So it's kind of bounced it all out there. So let me know what you guys think of this one. Let me know what you guys think so far. So anyway, smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button, make it jiggle, man. Thank you to everybody in the cute, sexy, and fun nation. Join the channel, slowest $1 a month. Bring out the compost situation. Yeah. Join the channel for those $1 a month, man. We got some big batches I'm gonna be sending out next month. Really awesome. Tomorrow is peak gaming news roundup. So, and we have a lot to go over because there are layoffs. Because layoffs at the Gamer and now at Ubisoft Massive, which some of which that Kyle covered last night. Vera Dark covered as well. We're also going to go over the Ghost of Yotei. We're also going to cover Ghost of Yotei and Pokemon Legends ZA versus, you know, Pow World. The whole Pokemon Legends ZA, because that whole situation is still going on. It's crazy, man. It is absolutely crazy. So, anyway, yeah, there's that. Follow me on Newgrounds, Etsy Shop, Twitter, links, all in the description. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Check out the community tab. I'll make some posts later. All that good stuff. Help us get to 4K, guys. Help us get to 4K before the end of the year, man. Let's up those numbers, baby. Let's in the words of the heel turn Jellywig. Let's up those numbers. You know what? Jellywig said that, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. He got that. Jellywig's got that oomph in his voice when he brings that up. I feel like he can say it so much better than we can. So, Jellywig, would you do the honors?
Let's up those numbers!
Exactly. Let's up those numbers. Anyway, and I'm gonna up my ass out of here. I'm Makini 90 Arts German Illustrator. Thank you for tuning in to Makini in the morning, Thursday morning special. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love, never apologize for wanting to attract women in media, especially in video games. Say no to censorship, pick up the bloody mic. Be kind, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your Thursday, guys. The weekend is almost here. Just a little bit more. You'll be totally fine. Anyway, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace!
Cute, sexy, and fun. And that is definitely the best way to describe our channel members too. We'd like to thank everyone in the CSF Nation for your incredible support. Join the channel for $1 a month to get access to exclusive art drops that Makini drops every 2 months for his channel members. And all your support goes to helping out the channel and helping Makini put out the best content he can for you all to view and you all to enjoy. He appreciates all of your support, and we also appreciate your support as well. CSF Nation for life. Mwah! Gracias. Thank you for tuning in to Makini in the Morning and getting your morning started up on the right foot with us. If you enjoy this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle. Share the show out to everyone you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Become a channel member for $1 a month if you want to support Makini further, and if you want to help Makini reach his 4K subscriber goal, hit that subscribe button. You'll definitely will not regret it. I am Marisa Latelli, producer and weather girl for this very program, and we all want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. We will see you all next time here on Makini in the Morning. Mwah! Makini in the Morning is filmed before a live studio audience at Makini Studios in Arcadia Village's South Tower, right in the heart of the city. Would you like free tickets to the next Makini in the Morning live show? Of course you do. All you have to do is visit youtube.com/Makini90 or call 765-9077 toll free. We want to pass up on free tickets. For written transcripts, please send $5 to Lucky Negro Transcripts at P.O. Box 425, Palmetto Valley, CSF Nation. Makini in the Morning is produced by Silver Nine Productions with Makini Draws Productions in association with Inisla Lockhart Television and Makira Banks Entertainment, and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.